Hey, rewind that.
Retro Rewinder, Retro Game Finder with driving and pickups like a Metro bus liner with tips and trades and all kind of things and a beard straight out of the Lord of the Rings. With morals and collecting, he's a guy you can trust. What's the moral of this intro?
He's got a camera in his nuts.
Because I love video games, that's why.
Hey guys, Retro Rewinder here, coming at you with the final video for 2015. This is going to be a two-part video. The first part is going to be some goals that I have for this upcoming year. I try to do this every year. I don't think I did it last year though, because I went back to find what goals I said so I could evaluate, see if I accomplished any of them, and I couldn't find a video on it. So we'll just skip that year. I guess it didn't happen. Anyway, so I do have some goals, and the second part is going to be the stuff that I got from Christmas that kind of relates to the channel. I got a lot more than what I'm going to show you, but this is all kind of stuff that's toward YouTube or kind of the nerdiness of the channel. So let's just jump right into this. We're going to start with the goals that I have for this upcoming year. So I do have 3 goals that are in regards to my collection. The first is that I'd really like to build up my shmup collection a little bit more this next year. Shmup, shoot 'em up, shooters, whatever you want to call it. I'd like to get some more quality titles in the collection. This past year I grew to love them a little bit more, so I'd like to build that collection up a little bit more. I've already actually started here at the end of the year. I'll show some of those here later, not in this video but another video. Excuse me. The second thing that I want to do is kind of a necessity. I have a baby coming into this world and this house, and my game room is a disaster zone. So one of my goals for this next year is to keep the game room up tidy a little more. I'm having a hard time talking. Keep the game room looking a little better, stuff off the floor. I can't have a baby crawling around in there because she would get hurt because it's so crazy. I can show you some pictures. I want to make it a goal of mine to keep that room consistently clean this upcoming year. Sometimes it's hard because I buy and sell so much stuff that a lot of times it makes it to the floor. I want to do a better job of keeping it tidy and stuff up off the floor as much as possible. The third goal that I have is something that I typically do every year anyway, at least I think I do, but I just want to make it a quantitative goal, and that's to beat 12 games this coming year, 1 a month. I typically beat that many games in a year anyway, I think anyway, but I just want to put it a goal to actually document a little better when I beat those games. I might start doing some impressions after I beat a game, some stuff like that. So those are the 3 goals that I have for this upcoming year in regards to the collection. And I also have a YouTube goal, and it's a goal that I come back to time and again, and that's to be more consistent with releasing videos on this channel. I don't remember how many videos I released this past year. It was less than I would have liked to have done, but I want to make a goal to release 2 videos a month. So 24 videos this coming year. If I go more than that, that's great, but I want to make a baseline of 24. I think that's pretty manageable to do, and I think that I can do it without just doing 24 pickup videos and drive time videos. I'd like to branch out a little bit more this year. I'm actually just about done with part 1 of a top 10 video, so that'll be coming out early this coming year. So those are the goals that I have. I've got the 3 for the collection, and just to recap, that's building my shmup collection, keeping my game room a little more tidy, and beating 12 games this coming year. And the 1 YouTube goal is to make 24 videos in this coming year. So hopefully at the end of next year I can evaluate on these goals and say that I actually accomplished them. So the next thing I want to do here is show some of the gifts that I received for Christmas this year. And most of this stuff kind of benefits YouTube or the Retro Rewinder brand or whatever you want to call it, and the channel. It's all related to the channel in some way. So we'll start with this first thing here. This is actually something that I bought myself, but I did get some Christmas money and I put that money towards this, and I got a new phone. This is a Samsung Galaxy. The main reason that I wanted to update is I used to have this phone, and it's actually not too bad of a phone, but the storage space on it was ridiculous. I only had about 1.25 gigs that I could put anything on. I did buy an upgraded SD card to put in it, but you can't actually put apps on that card. You can only do pictures, so it was worthless to get more space. So I could only have a set number of apps on here, and if I wanted an app in particular, a lot of times I had to delete one or two just to get that app. So now with this new phone, I can pretty much use any app that I want without having to delete over and over again. So it used to be like with Craigslist, I would just search Craigslist on my internet on my phone because I couldn't afford the space to put the app on there. So that's going to help with this coming year with social media and all that stuff related to the Retro Rewinder pages. So that's the first thing I got, and like I said, I bought that myself. The second thing here, let's see, the box. You don't really care to see the box for the phone. I'm going to try to keep this all with who it came from. Okay, we'll start with my in-laws. They got me multiple things this year, but the two things that were kind of related to this channel, the first being they got me a card for PlayStation Plus. I actually wanted like a $20 gift card to use on the PlayStation Store. I mistakenly said PlayStation Plus. I didn't realize that the PlayStation Plus membership and funds to buy games on the PlayStation Store were completely different entities. So there's no refund on this, but I will use it. I typically buy my memberships a year at a time, so the next time I go to buy a membership, I'll already have 3 months down, which is nice, and I appreciated it. It was kind of my fault for specifically saying PlayStation Plus. The other thing they got me was for the camera that I'm filming with right now. It is a 75 to 300 millimeter lens, so this is a zoom lens. I don't know how much I'll actually use this for videos. I mainly wanted this for photography, but it was really cool to get, and since it does go with the camera that I film with all the time, I thought it would be a good thing to show. So that was one of the bigger things I wanted this year that I got. And the rest of this stuff all came from my wife. So we'll start with one of my stocking stuffers. I actually got an ocarina, which is kind of cool. I saw one of these at a board game store and pointed it out, so she bought this for my stocking. I will probably never learn how to play it, but it's cool anyway. So yeah, there's the first thing. The other thing that she got me, I'm going to keep saying the other thing. Like I said, all of this came from her. I got a wall charger for my GoPro camera. If you get a GoPro, the only way to charge it is to actually hook it up to a computer. So I wanted this for mostly like when we go on vacation and stuff, so I don't have to take my laptop and actually be able to charge it on the wall. So we got that. I got a video game, and that's Shovel Knight. Haven't opened this yet. I definitely wanted to get this on the Wii U just because I think it'll have more of an old-time Nintendo feel, so I wanted to get it on the Wii U. The funny thing is, when she bought this, I'm pretty picky with games, and the last game that I bought, I didn't realize it till I got home, but the disc was actually loose inside, and that just drives me nuts. So when she bought this, she actually made sure to ask the guy that wherever she bought it, I don't know if it was Target, but made sure that the game was not loose in the inside of the casing. Apparently he was kind of rude to her too, and said something along the lines of, if the game's out, it can't scratch it, which is just complete BS. But anyway, so I got that game. Another thing in regards to the camera, which is pretty cool, is a remote. So this controls the shutter at, I believe it's 15 feet away. The main reason I wanted this again was for photography. I want to get into taking some different types of pictures in this coming year that you can't really touch the camera because like night stills and long exposures, you can't touch the camera because it'll distort the image. So this allows me to take a picture without actually physically touching the camera. I also got a couple movies this year. I left one over there, which was The Sandlot. I forgot to grab that. But more along the nerdy lines is I got The Neverending Story and The Neverending Story 2. This is one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. I used to watch this movie all the time. After getting this, my wife and I actually went and watched it, and I still love it. I love the puppetry in it and the real live effects, not all CG crap. CGI, whatever you want to call it. So I was happy to get that. Excuse me. And the last thing that I have here is kind of in regards to wanting to build up my shmup collection. I got a Hardcore Gaming 101 book, and it's Konami Shooters. So that's pretty cool. I just got this, and I'm almost done with it. I think I'm probably in the last quarter of the book. A lot of these games that are featured in here never actually made it to a console. A lot of them are imports, so it's kind of been a great thing and a bad thing, because I love reading about the different shooters that Konami put out. But it's also a bad thing because now it's wanting me to get more into import gaming. And I checked on some of the prices of some of these imports, and they're not like $5 games. They're more like $50 games. But most likely this coming year I'll probably get a few imports that are out of this book that I found really interesting. So I do recommend, if you like reading about shooters and just like books on video games in general, this is a pretty good book. So Hardcore Gaming 101, Konami Shooters. There's also a Castlevania book that I really want along the hardcore Gaming 101 line. So that's all the stuff that I got. Like I said, not all the stuff, but all the stuff that I think kind of related to this channel and things that will help me with YouTube and my gaming in this coming year. So if you'd love to make a response video, I'd love to watch it. If you want to show what you got for Christmas, that's something that I would love to watch. A lot of people do it anyway, and if you would like to say what your goals for this upcoming year is, I'd love to hear them too. Thank you so much for watching. 2015 has been a great year. Like I said, I wish I would have made more videos this past year, but a lot of good things happened with me. You got a new job, got a kid on the way now. Things have been going really well in the personal life, and hopefully some time will free up here where I can make a lot more videos this coming year too. So this has been Retro Rewinder. I'm kind of rambling on now, doing my hardcore breathing. Been over funny. I realized after I sat down that I angled the camera a little too low, and I don't want to sit way back here, so I'm kind of hunched over and it's making me breathe all funny. But you don't really need to know that. So thank you so much for watching. This has been Retro Rewinder, and I'll see you next time.